from Mike Myers.
Sorry.
There's always someone who times it really badly when everyone else is quiet, just goes, woo, ooh.
Bad for me.
I want to ask you something. We have a great lineup this week. Friday, from Will and Grace, Eric McCormick's going to be here. And someone told me just a couple of hours ago that you went to school with him.
I went to school. I was out in Scarborough. Yeah. I was between drinking at 12 out in the hydro field. I got myself a Scarborough suitcase. Going to the Tim Hortons.
I need a little translator in a box over here.
Buddy of mine, we just played Risk and he honked on Europe. Then we went over to the Canadian Tire, we got some donuts and went to the hydro field and drank a Scarborough suitcase.
Completely, I'm trying to decipher it.
Yes, what I said was I studied Latin as a child.
Nice, nice.
You know, I went to Stephen Leacock and I went to McDonald. Yeah. And at McDonald, in my homeroom was Eric McCormick. Mm-hmm. And I'd actually been to public school with him. Mm-hmm. I'd been to. I get to say bean and not be made fun of.
You said bean. Oh, I'm outnumbered. Sorry. Just realized I'm in a room with a couple...
Outside of the border.
Yeah. Look at the Canadian. Good. Not good.
Don't. Because they're big hockey player. You, American. Punch. Eric McLeod. Eric McCormick, not Eric McLeod. That's somebody
Gavin
different.
McLeod's son.
That's Gavin McLeod's son, no. Eric McCormick and I.
Yeah.
And Elton John's self-described wife, David Furnish.
What?
We're all in, so I was at an Oscar party. David Furnish, Elton John's husband.
Right.
Was in the same class, and I was at an Oscar party, and Elton John, I go, oh, jeez, there's Elton John. He goes, I've been looking for you. And I go, what? He goes, I've got someone you want to meet. And he comes over and he grabs me, and I'm going, Elton John just grabbed me, Robin. What's going on here? What's going on? He grabs me, and then there's David Furnish, and he's like, hey, Mike, how's it going? He's got the thickest Scarborough accent in the world. And I'm sitting there going, this is hilarious. It looks like Elton John's boyfriend is David Furnish. And he goes, yeah, how's Davy McKenzie, your best friend? And Eric McCormick's at the party. Can you believe it? I bet the whole time up in Scarborough you didn't know I was gay, eh? I said,
he wasn't voted most likely. Yeah.
I said, I didn't. I bet, sure as shit stinks, I bet you didn't think I'd be married to Elton. And I said, no, didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
You're in the movies, he's on TV, I'm married to Elton. And that's my David Furnish story.
Now, I want to ask you about, and Little Curtain.
And Curtain. Tear.
I want to ask you about, you know, I've seen the city. I've seen the city of Toronto, but a lot of people have been saying to me, we're spending a lot of time working on this show. I don't have a lot of time to travel around.
Yes.
They've told me you got to go north of Toronto.
Yes.
There's some great areas north of Toronto. Is that true?
One day, yes, there is, beautiful. One day The Sioux? The Sioux! Yeah. Sudbury Big Nickel Country! I love north of Toronto. One day I will own a cottage. Right now I just couch surf all my different friends that actually got it together to get a cottage. And I'd been up to, I mentioned McKeck's, right? Up in Halliburton. Yeah. Walt McKechnie, the great hockey player, has a place called McKeck's up in Halliburton.
We're going to, you know, this is shown in the States. We're going to edit in all American references.
Yes, thank you.
And it's going to be a voice that doesn't match yours at all.
So I go up there, and the entire town of Halliburton, Ontario, decides to adopt me. I just was going on there a couple of day trips, and I had a friend who has a cottage nearby. And they were the nicest. I just felt like I was the honorary mayor of Halliburton, and they're just, and that's the Canadian thing that you just love, is that they just come and they just accept you and bathe you and raise you as one of their own.
Yes.
And I went into this one place called the Cozy Corner in Halliburton, and I had back bacon on a bun, if the stereotype couldn't be complete. And then they said, Mike, would you take a picture? And I said, sure. And then they said, would you take a picture with this hat on? I said, I got a hat on. And he said, no, this hat, this elf hat that has ears. And so I said, okay, sure. So I put that out, and I didn't care. I said, just make sure it doesn't end up in the paper. And, well, it ended up in the paper. Do you have it?
Yeah, it's right here, actually. This is,
Yeah.
This is the front page of the paper, actually.
Yeah.
It's really...
What I like about... Yeah.
That's very nice.
It's great. What I like about it, it's in that spot that's like, you know, Saddam caught, you know? Dewey defeats Truman,
Right,
you know?
right.
It's in that spot, you know, and you were saying before, there's a little mention here about Al-Qaeda, but mostly...
Mostly, this is the big story
Yeah.
right up here.
It's,
The important thing
yeah.
is you with the hat
I
on.
went to the cozy corner twice in a row.
You know, one of the things I admire so much about this country, and there are many things, but the money here is beautiful.
Yes.
In the States, we have just the green money.
Green,
here, you've
yeah.
got different colors,
Yeah.
beautiful different symbols, and you told me that the currency can do so much more.
The currency is very, very versatile. Do you have some?
We have
I'll
a
show
giant,
you
yeah,
guys know
you
what
asked us
a
to get
Spock
this.
5 is, right? Yeah. I want to.
No one knows what this is, actually, and so it's
I
up
want
to
to
you.
teach our American friends something you can do. Like, say you go to a bar and you say, I'll meet you at 8 o'clock, and the guy shines you, and you're just sitting there waiting. Is you can take a 5, and you can turn it into... Take Sir Wilfrid Laurier and turn him into Spock.
It is very nice. This is...
He was our prime minister during the conscription crisis. This is a Canadian Minute brought to you by Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Sir Wilfrid Laurier.
Yeah. You got a lot of time on your hands.
You know.
And look, they're playing hockey on the
Playing
back.
hockey.
That's so nice.
Yeah, see? There's the puck. He's going to pass it over to that person. This guy's going to turn around.
Wow, look at that! It's incredible.
This is my version of Howie Meeker's hockey school. That's a reference for people who were born before 1963.
Well, I tell you, we're changing all the references for the States.
Thank you.
And the voice will not match.
Because you don't want this to be uniquely Canadian. You want this to be...
No. You know, just on a serious note, I know that this meant a lot to everybody here in this town and in Canada that you came by and made time for us on this show.
Oh,
it's a very,
my
very
pleasure.
cool thing that you did this. You've done so well. I know everybody here is very proud of you.
I love coming to Toronto every chance I can get.
All right, well, next time we come, I hope you come back.
I definitely will. You have a date. What? Yes!
That was inappropriate. Yeah.
What news? What about you?
That guy just realized that you were here.
There's a guy
I was like, that's Mike Myers.
There's a guy lit up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's lit up. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And now he's on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Stay right there, sir.
Stay there. Don't get hurt.
It's the fireman.
Nice.
Excellent. Very good.
And now he's being beaten by security. Hey, Mike, thank you very much.
Thank you so
God
much.
love you. Mike Myers and Ron James coming up. Take a break.